Alrighty then, hello everybody. Hello my friends. What's up, what's up? How's everybody doing? I hope I find all of you well. Excuse me. And happy Wednesday, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday. Welcome to my stream. I'm hoping that... Why am I talking like that? How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing good. I am ready. And I hope that you guys are ready, because I know I'm ready. So what are we doing today? Let's talk a little bit. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is January 16th, 2019. What's up, what's up? And today, we are doing the endgame content of Final Fantasy IV, alright? So, for those of you who are wondering, does this mean we're at the end of the game? Does this mean that Phil's finishing the game today? It's possible, but it's probable we will. However, it's not definite, okay? Knowing Final Fantasy IV as well as I do, what I can tell you is, here's what we've got left. We got the conclusion of the dungeon I'm in, which we're at the very end of, by the way. Okay, so that's going to be done within, you know, probably 15 minutes. Then, you unlock the final dungeon of the game, which is quite lengthy. I remember the final dungeon being 2 different dungeons in one, pretty much. You think that you're done with one, the next thing you know, you head out into another one, okay? And it's a pretty good finale. So, that's a good thing. However, there's a lot of challenge, okay? The enemies in the final area can be quite daunting to kill, and it can be really damaging, okay? So, we'll see. However, there's an optional dungeon that I haven't yet done yet, okay? And this dungeon not only has some of the toughest enemies in the game in it, but also has the best summoned monster in the game, which comes in incredibly handy near the end of the game, especially with the final boss. So, I think we are going to do the optional final dungeon as well, okay? Which is definitely going to extend the length of the playthrough for a little bit. I mean, being quite honest with all of you, I may have to grind for a while in order to actually progress. Because I believe to actually do the optional dungeon, you're supposed to be around level 80. And I'm around like level 65 or something like that. So, it may require some grinding. Alright. So I guess we'll see how this goes. If we finish today, great. But the way I see it, no skin off anyone's back if we don't. I can easily do a second stream, another stream to wrap this up. And on top of that, apparently this version of the game has optional post-game content. Now, I am only educated on the original version of the game. Okay, that's the one that I played a million times back in the day on the SNES. And of course on emulation after that, before it was ported to every possible handheld on the planet. So I can't confirm or deny what post-game content is available in Final Fantasy IV, the PC version. We won't know until I actually beat the main story of the game. So, what we'll do, we'll play it by ear today. We'll see how it goes. If it gets wrapped up today, great. If not, I don't see any pressure to finish it super quickly or anything like that. You know, we can just take our time and see what happens. If I need to do another stream or two or whatever, we can still do that, okay? So, that's how we're going today. Now, just a warning, everyone, a heads up, I do need to leave a little bit early today. Normally, my streams end around 4 p.m. I need to end the stream between, say, 3:15, 3:30 p.m. today, because Kat has to go to work tonight, and I promised her I would make dinner, because she made dinner yesterday. She made us this delicious turkey meatloaf that I've never had before. It was, I'm not going to lie, I actually think the turkey meatloaf she made tasted better than any beef meatloaf I've ever had in my life. It just tasted amazingly good. Great flavor and everything. So I told her I would cook today. I'm going to make fajitas, steak fajitas. And so, because I promised her I would do that, I need to finish up early to make it, so because she has to go to work at 5. So I have to basically have the food done so we can eat before she goes to work. So I have to finish a little bit early today on this first stream. All right? So apologies for that. But later tonight, I will be doing a second stream. Second stream will be Black Ops 4 Blackout. That's right, Battle Royale gameplay. Last time I played Blackout, I won 2 matches, which is just nuts. I almost never win. I usually make like top 5 every time I play, but I almost never win. Last time I won twice, and it is basically, you know, turned me into a new meme called like the Mad Shitter, because I just sit on a toilet to camp for the end of the matches, and it ends up allowing me to win for whatever reason. So we'll see how it goes tonight, but that's going to be my second stream around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time tonight. So I certainly hope that you will join me for that. If you get a chance, should be pretty fun. You know, it always is a good time because there's a lot of interaction in those Blackout streams, okay? Now, tomorrow, I should, if everything goes according to plan, which I certainly hope it does at this point, I should have a day off, the first day off in 2 weeks. Because last week things didn't go so well. Kat was sick and didn't feel good. She's finally recovering. I think for the first time in like 2 weeks, she finally got a good night's sleep last night. I couldn't believe it. We woke up this morning and she was like energetic. I was like, what the hell? What happened to you? She's like, yeah, I actually didn't, you know, choke to death all night, which is good. So tomorrow, I'm hoping we're going to have a nice day out tomorrow, which we've wanted to do, you know, for weeks now. Finally give my voice a rest for the first time in 2 weeks, which will be nice. And then I'll be back on Friday. On Friday, it's going to be my first ever, whatchamacallit, Minecraft main stream. All right? Minecraft, which I've never done as a 4+ hour stream before since I brought this as a consistent game to play in December. We're going to do it as a main gameplay stream this Friday. We're going to see how it goes. People have demanded more Minecraft. You're going to get more Minecraft. All right? If it goes well, it'll be a chill stream, obviously. If it goes well and we got a lot of, you know, nice advancement and nice chill interactions and everyone likes the stream, then maybe I'll consider doing it more like that. But if maybe it doesn't go so well, then maybe that'll be the only time we ever do it as a main stream. I don't know. All right, we'll see how it goes on Friday. This is directly as a result of your requests, because I asked earlier this week, what do you guys want to see? And you said, give us more Minecraft. So I'm going to give you more Minecraft for your requests. All right. Then Friday night, I'm going to be finishing up, hopefully, Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, a game that's been unfinished since, you know, October, November. And I don't really want to go into why at this point, but it's going to finally, hopefully, be finished Friday night. Okay? Then you may wonder, what's going to happen this weekend? I don't know yet. All right? I'm up in the air about it. This weekend, if I don't finish Final Fantasy IV, maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll do more Black Ops 4 multiplayer as a main stream. However, there's a very big possibility that starting on Saturday, maybe I'll do my Dark Souls Remastered Magic run. Really, I just want to kind of see what happens in the next few days and see how I feel and see what I feel like doing, okay? Basically, I have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as kind of days to do whatever I feel like, content-wise. And once those days pass, then we're going to be very busy, because next Tuesday, I'm going to be doing my retrospective event, where all day long, I'm going to be streaming reactions to my old stuff, whether it's playthroughs, whether it's vlogs, whether it's reviews. I'm going to be reacting to my original content from back in the day. That's going to be a fun stream. The last one I did like that was in September, and people liked it so much they wanted me to do it again. So I'm bringing it back, and it's going to happen this Tuesday. All right. Wednesday, I'm probably going to have time off of next week, that, by the way. So that's probably my day off next week. Then on Thursday, it's going to be Ask the King, paired with Life is Strange Episode 2. That's right, Life is Strange 2, Episode 2, I should say. That Thursday. And then on Friday, it's the premiere of Resident Evil 2. So, as you can see, the rest of the week is super booked. So, I basically have Saturday through Tuesday to do whatever I want. Excuse me, Saturday through Monday to do whatever I want. And I could do 3 streams of Dark Souls. I could do some Dark Souls and some Black Ops. I could just not do Dark Souls at all. I could maybe, like I said, maybe on Saturday I'll do Black Ops. Maybe on Sunday I'll finish up Final Fantasy. I don't know. Maybe on Monday we'll just do something random. Who knows? Maybe some more Minecraft, right? We'll see. maybe I won't do Dark Souls right now, okay? Just to save it for later. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I got to think about it, okay? So, that's the deal, everyone. Hope that you're looking forward to all of the new content coming out in the next couple of weeks. I hope you're very excited. I am excited, you know, for everything. I mean, I cannot wait for Resident Evil 2 to hit, just to be frank with all of you. I think everyone at this point is super excited for Resident Evil 2. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 right after. So it's like back-to-back really awesome stuff that I'm looking forward to. So, okay, so that's the deal, folks, with all of that. In regards to the plug segment today, once again, I don't want to do a crazy long segment when it comes to plugs. You guys know that there are many ways that you can contribute and help me to, you know, continue to do this, to keep my house, to get through taxes, to do everything, right? You can pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidefield. You can buy something from my Teespring merch shop, which is here in the plugs every single day. But if you cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, I will give you a live shout-out during said stream. Since it is a RPG today, I should have ample time to give you shout-outs and interact with all of you. It is a turn-based RPG, so there's lots of time for interaction and the like, okay? In addition to that, we have the leaderboard that's up here. So if you have the current top cheer and the current top tip, you'll make it up on the leaderboard. One thing that I've decided to do, I think I'm going to start doing a running tips total every day, because it seemed to me that when I had a tip goal, it actually motivated people to tip, and tips help me tons. You know, tips allow me to do things like afford new game releases. I'll be honest with all of you. I'm going to spend the money that I raise on tips in the next week to buy Resident Evil 2 and then Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay? The tips paid all the bills that I had for the past 2 weeks, basically, which was great. So you guys have been helping me out tremendously with the tips. And I want to keep that going, but I don't want to have a tips goal every day. What I think I'll do is at least keep a running tally of the tips that I raise every day. And see if that, you know, keeps up motivation of people to contribute via that way. What I've noticed is, if I don't really mention tips a lot, people don't usually tip that much, which is fine, because then people usually cheer and sub. I don't mind. But the tips help a lot, so I'm thinking that I might actually start keeping track of that. Alright. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for any contributions today. If you cheer, sub, or tip, I'll give you a shout out on today's live stream. You know, everything helps at this point, all right? Everything. You know, cheering and subbing is long-term help. Tipping is short-term help. And I want to say thank you to all of you over the last 2 weeks who really stepped up and helped me on the streams here with the tips. It really did get me through the fact that things screwed up at the end of December there because I was so sick. Obviously, that doesn't mean, oh, we're in the clear, let's all slow down now. But at the same time, I just want to say thanks, because you guys really did step it up and help me out. So thank you for that, okay? So, in all honesty, that's all I really have to say. The only other thing I should say is remind you guys that we have cheer motes now. If you are going to cheer today, you may want to use the new custom cheer motes that we have for the channel. And you may be saying, well, what the hell is a cheer mote? Well, allow me to type the cheer command into the stream chat right now, which is !cheer. This will explain the whole cheer mote system. What you need to do is type DSP cheer into the stream chat, DSP capital CHEER, and then the number of bits you want to cheer, and it'll give you a custom animation when you cheer. All right, there's one for 50 bits, one for 100 bits, one for 1,000 bits, and one for 5,000 bits. So there's 4 levels of animation, okay, that you can have, and that's pretty neat, right? So give it a look. They're really good animations. Shout out to Hernadyne, the person who designed these for us recently. And, okay, just got an important email. Good. All right, so yeah, give them a look. Give these, definitely give these, whatchamacallem, cheer motes a look. In fact, Unlimited Thuggin just did one. The Bang Bang cheer mote, which is just me as a cowboy with 2 guns. Pretty cool. I like these. And not only will they show up in the stream chat, they'll also show up Excuse me. Not only will they show up in the stream chat, they will also show up as part of the stream pop-up, you know, that happens on the stream. Pretty cool. All right, let's get to shout-outs. All right, let's get to shout-outs for those who have contributed. So we start off overnight with a couple contributions. We had a $1 tip from Anonymous. All right, fair enough. They said, I enjoyed your Game of the Year awards. For me, it was no surprise that Dragon Quest XI came in so high for you. I can't remember hearing a negative thing about it during any of the pre-streams. Yeah, in fact, for me, there really weren't many negatives about Dragon Quest XI besides maybe the main story was a little easy. And yeah, the music could get a little grating if you're someone who doesn't like classic JRPG music. I do. I grew up with this, you know, old school 16-bit style music. A lot of people didn't, and they're like, where's the orchestral music? But outside of that, I actually thought that it was quite good. And I really enjoyed it. So thanks to anyone, number one, who turned into that playthrough. One of my longest playthroughs of recent memory. And number two, thanks to those who watched my year-end stuff yesterday, my most disappointing games countdown and my Game of the Year awards. They are live right now on DSPGaming. If you would like to give them a look. Apologies they took so long to come out. And, you know, it is what it is. I know some people will say it's too late for that. Whatever. At least I got it, you know, out of the way. And I did it live streaming, which was a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I had technical difficulties and stuff, but ended up being pretty good, in my opinion. So, okay. Centrost also subscribed to the channel overnight. So thank you very much, Centrost, for the sub. I appreciate that. Buff David Bennett cheered and said, congrats on trying to kick the caffeine. Have you thought about starting your day with a 20-minute jog? It helped me kick the caffeine. Even though you're absolutely right, it would probably benefit me to run. I really don't do stuff like that because two reasons. Number one, obviously my back injury from years ago, that basically when I got that back injury, the doctor said no more of running because if you run, you're probably going to end up hurting your legs and back, okay? And number two, I'll be honest, you know, when I wake up, I'm pretty much move, go, go, go. Like today, I'll give you an example. Woke up, used the restroom, went, you know, woke up Cat. Cat actually was energetic, which I couldn't believe. Did some stuff downstairs that needed to get done. And had a drink. No, not liquor. Just had a, you know, drink in the morning. And immediately was up here setting up for stream, and boom, got started. Now, you're absolutely right. It's kind of an excuse. I could have went outside and jogged for 20 minutes if I got up earlier. You're right. It's an excuse, you know. So maybe eventually it's something I will work into stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. Right now, no, I don't really have much physical activity in my repertoire. You know, being that my lifestyle is sedentary. You're absolutely right. My lifestyle is sedentary. Quite frankly, being honest with all of you, I'm actually surprised I'm not, like, greatly overweight. I think it's mostly because I don't eat that much. You don't snack at all. I usually eat twice a day, and that's it, with no snacks in between. I think because of that, I'm able to maintain the weight that I am, even though I don't have much physical, you know, activity in my lifestyle besides my day out. That's the thing. It really sucked that last week I didn't have my day out. My day out is usually a day of full physical activity, walking constantly, moving constantly, lifting things, and that's good. Because I don't get a lot of that during the week otherwise. You know, when I'm on stream, I don't really have a lot of opportunity to do that kind of stuff. So, all right, so continuing on. Rob Warren tipped me $15. Thank you very much, Rob. You're the top tipper of the day. Let's read his message before I get him on the leaderboard. He says, how do you feel about James McAvoy playing Charles Xavier? I really rate James as an actor, but Patrick Stewart is amazing. Good question. I mean, he started off doing Xavier, a young Xavier, and X-Men First Class, a movie that I actually like, but I don't love. And then, of course, the X-Men First Class movie spawned a ton of spin-offs and the like. I would say Days of Future Past, I absolutely love that movie, but I didn't even see X-Men Apocalypse. I heard it was absolutely abysmally bad. So, oh man, it's tough. I like James McAvoy as an actor, and I've seen him in other stuff. Like I saw Split, and I've seen a couple other movies he's in, and I think he's really good. Is he the best Charles Xavier? Yeah, I definitely agree. Patrick Stewart, like dead on, fit the role of Charles Xavier. Although I don't think Charles Xavier is supposed to have a British accent. So, maybe that's the one trade-off there, but I do think that Patrick Stewart is amazing in the role. So, all right, but anyway, thank you for the tip. Very much. I appreciate that. That rich Democrat cheered. He says, you should do an IRL stream from a restaurant and do a review and chill. No. That would be the absolute worst thing possible. Reason being, I don't want my personal life to spill into my business life anymore. I'm just being honest. My life, since I made my personal life private, has become so much better. Keep in mind, this is from someone who for 10 years was sharing everything with all of you, right? Every little thing that I did. If I did something new in my house, I would vlog it or I would take a picture of it. If I went to a restaurant, DSP tries it, showing you all meals and shit. And quite frankly, there was a time and a place for that. But when the internet became toxic toward me, that was the end of it. And by the way, make no mistake, that's why the people who now hate on me do such ridiculous things when they do and just literally make shit up constantly about me now, because they have nothing realistic that I share to latch themselves onto anymore. So they've got to go way outside the box to make shit up or find weird oddball shit that has nothing to do with anything to try to say negative stuff about me. And that's a good thing. That's actually a really good thing, that they have to be so crazy nuts to say negative stuff about me. And, so let them. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I'd rather go with that. Let them completely fabricate shit to say negative stuff about me than take a little snippet of something personal and try to spin it into something negative. You see what I mean? So, no, I would never do a vlog from a restaurant. I would never do that kind of shit. Who's to say that some of these people who are nuts wouldn't, start coming to the places that I like to go to, to try to fucking harass me and shit. I just, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't need that shit. I don't need to put up with it. And, my life here, ever since, I met Kat, and in particular since she moved in with me in February of last year, almost a year now, holy shit. It's almost been a year she's been with me, which is really awesome. Our year anniversary of her moving here is almost here. But all that being said, I don't need to ruin it for supposed personal gain to make a video or a vlog or a stream or whatever. So, nope. It's all staying private. I like it like that. Kat likes it like that. And we're going to keep that. Keep it that way. Okay? All right. Omnipotent Thuggins did a 100-bit cheer, and that actually gets him to be the top cheer of the day. He says, bang, bang. That's when he did the animation, the cheer mo. So, thank you, Thuggins. I'm just going to put you down as Thuggins for the top cheer of the day. I appreciate that very much. The Ralph Male 14 just did a 50-bit cheer with the other cheer mo animation, which is me and my old headphones. And he says, loving the streams. Wrestle, wrestle. All right, thank you very much. Abdullah just tipped me $20. Thank you very much to Abdullah for a $20 tip. So you were the top tipper of the day. I'm going to update the leaderboard in a second here. He says, why didn't you get the new Hitman HD collection? Also, what do you think of the metal band Slipknot? Hope this tip helps you, bro. Well, first of all, it does. To answer your questions, number one, I didn't get the HD collection because I already have the HD collection. From, if you can believe it, the PS3 days. From way back when they released a Hitman HD collection, including, I think it was 1, 2, so it was like the first one and then Blood Money and the third one, I think. I never played it. I always had it as an option available. I put it up there as like, oh, if we're going to do a downtime game, let's have Hitman in the running or whatever. It never won a poll. It never got nominated outside of me nominating it. Like, it just doesn't seem to me people are too keen on the retro Hitman games. I mean, also being honest, when I played the recent Hitman game, it wasn't like it blew people away. I think that style of gameplay is a little bit slow-paced and slow-moving, and it doesn't really impress my mainstream viewing audience. Not to say that there aren't people who are longtime fans of the series who would love to see me play the retro Hitman games. I hear ya. But, I'm just going along with the feedback I get, and in general, it doesn't seem like there's much demand to see me play the classic Hitmans. So if I already own the collection on PS3 and never played it, why would I go back and buy it again? You see? So that's why I didn't buy it again. As for Slipknot, I probably know 1 to 2 of their songs. And don't really know much else about them. So, no, not a huge fan of Slipknot, even though I'm not saying I hate them, I don't. I don't really know that much about them as a band, so. All right, Kanji Monster Cheer says, now that you got downtime, excuse me, you should check out some games you missed in 2018, like Vermintide 2 or Divinity's console releases. First of all, Vermintide 2, is that even on console? I don't know if it is. If it is, I actually heard it's quite buggy. I heard it's like Left 4 Dead, only with like fantasy-style characters, like orcs and stuff. I mean, if people actually thought it was good and wanted me to play it, I would do it, but I haven't heard much about it, and there really hasn't been much demand. As for Divinity, I'm well aware it was probably one of the best games of 2017 on PC, but number one, there's really little to no hype for this game on console. Number two, almost no one's asked me to play it. And number three, I don't have time for a lengthy RPG. I'm finishing up Final Fantasy IV, and then almost immediately, I'll be playing Kingdom Hearts 3. There's no time for these long, RPGs at this point, okay? Just being honest. All right, oh, so it was actually the Ralpha Mail, excuse me. The Ralpha Mail cheered again and said, it's the Ralpha Mail, sir. My bad. Sometimes I have no idea how to pronounce or even read your names because I'm reading them out of the Muxy, the Muxy queue here for contributions, and it doesn't necessarily always capitalize everything possible. So, there you go. But thank you for the other cheer, Ralpha Mail. I'll get it right from now on. The Rich Democrat just did a 133-bit cheer. That makes him the top cheer for the day so far. Let's get him up on the leaderboard. It's 133 bits. Thank you. And let's see. He says, I noticed you said YouTube sucks now, but I think it's better now. Honestly, they should just give, and he said sent by mistake, the website to PewDiePie to run. Here's the problem with YouTube. There's two major problems with YouTube. Number one, they have changed the YouTube algorithms so much that unless your channel's already on top, it's nearly impossible to get your channel noticed anymore. Because the way that the website is now designed is that to get popular, you have to already be popular. Like, it used to be you could put out a video and it would get virally popular. It would show up if it got a certain number of views or attention within a certain amount of time. It would show up on the up-and-coming videos page or whatever. None of that even happens anymore. It's just based off of weird trends and shit. And it's, like, really hard to get noticed. There's so many people who have a lot of talent and put a lot of effort into their YouTube stuff, and they can't get noticed on YouTube anymore. The only reason that my DSPGaming channel has any viewership is because of legacy views and longtime fans, not because my videos get noticed. They don't. They just don't get noticed. Even the best videos I put out don't get noticed on YouTube anymore. The other thing is the innate toxicity of the website is just out of control. If I were to enable my comments right now, 95% of them would be nasty, toxic, insulting shit. Most of the videos that get popular on YouTube are toxic videos, meaning people laughing at other people, making fun of other people, insulting other people, drama, gossip. I mean, that's what's on YouTube. That's what's popular now. And I'm not going to play that game, That's not what I'm about. I want to put out chill, fun gameplay streams, and that's it. I don't care about anything else. So I'm not going to play that YouTube game, and it's not worth my time or effort to put all this money and work into making videos exclusively for YouTube when they're not going to get noticed and they're just going to get flagged into oblivion with negative shit and bad comments anyway. So that's what YouTube has done to their website collectively over the past 10 years with their horrible management decisions and algorithm changes, and let them do it. I don't care. My YouTube channel is an archive of my stuff here on Twitch, and so be it. All right, let's see. Omnipotent Thuggins just did a 1,000-bit cheer. Thank you, Thuggins. You're now the top cheerer again with 1,000 bits. I appreciate that. We got some back and forth with the cheering today, which is really nice. Let's see here. Abdullah just hit me another $10. Thank you, Abdullah. He says you should follow Mufti Mink on Twitter. He tweets great tweets when you're in need of something positive. All right, well, you have to give it a look later, I guess. Thank you for another $10 tip. Boing Boom Chop cheered. He says, hey, Phil just got here. What happened to the tip goal? We're not doing the tip goal for now. Excuse me. I am going to be doing tips total every day. So at least we can see if, we raise some significant amount of tips for the day, which would be awesome. But at the same time, the tips goal was there because I really needed your help for about 2 weeks there at the beginning of the month. For now, things are all right. We'll have to see how things go for the rest of the month and into next month. But for now, things are all right. So I've removed the tips goal for the day, but we will still keep track of the tips total. All right. That Rich Republican did a 200-bit cheer. Says a Republican might be able to donate a little more. Wow. So we got rich Republicans and rich Democrats vying for top cheering, even though Thuggins trumped both of them with that 1,000-bit cheer. Moans Allah tipped me $2 and says, after trying to learn a second language, it made me so much more aware and enlightened on how hard English can be to learn for a non-native speaker. Do you think we should all aim to become bilingual, trilingual in our lifetime? I don't necessarily think that we should all have to be able to speak multiple languages, but what I will tell you is that being able to understand language and roots of language is actually quite important. Like, for example, I can almost understand everyone speaking Spanish, but I can't speak it myself. If I hear someone speaking in Spanish, I can pretty much understand what they're saying. And because I took Latin in high school for 3 years, I understand the roots of a lot of modern languages, because Latin, even though it's a Romance language that's not spoken actively anymore, is the root language of a lot of modern languages. And if you know the roots of certain words, you can figure out what they mean in another language. So that kind of education, in my opinion, is important. Do you absolutely need to speak more than one language? I don't think so. In the modern world, if you live in most countries, English is going to get you by. If you live in Asia, obviously, depending on where you live, the local dialect is more important. It's all, obviously, it's a big asset to know more than one language, right? Obviously, it is. That's something in your favor, especially if you're going to be a world traveler or do international business. It's probably something that, you know, is going to help you out in the long run. So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to wrap it up. Oh, wait. That rich Democrat cheater says, I disagree, only toxic people get big. PewDiePie isn't toxic, and he started from nothing and is now king. That rich Democrat, you are way behind. That's all I'm going to say. PewDiePie is old news on YouTube. Like, yeah, he's huge because he has a legacy, but he's not the hot new thing on YouTube. You know what I mean? The hot new thing on YouTube are basically toxic people. PewDiePie every once in a while does something stupid, but overall he is not a toxic guy. I can say that for sure. I am kind of pissed that because of the way that he acted on YouTube for years, that basically gaming YouTubers got a bad rep, and basically the biggest gaming YouTubers all became copycats of him. And that does piss me off, because at one point gaming YouTube was very different than it is now. But I'm certainly not going to sit here and harp on that. It is what it is. But he is nowhere near as bad. Basically, some of the ridiculous, nasty people who are on YouTube right now just doing stupidity shit and making ridiculous bank off of it. So, all right. Anyway, I guess that's it. So what I would like to say is thank you guys very much for all your contributions already. A lot of very, generous contributions on the pre-stream. I appreciate it. Let's jump into the conclusion of Final Fantasy. Let's see how it goes here. And if we beat it today, great. If not, no pressure. As I told you guys, I do need to leave today a little early. I need to end around 3:30ish at the latest. So if we don't finish it by 3:30, that's okay. I could just do another stream of it. I know the endgame stuff is quite challenging, and we may actually need to grind a bit in order to actually get to the end here. So we shall see. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and let's end the pre-stream. And I need to grab my headphones and my controller, my Xbox One controller, which I can just plug right in here and use for the game, and go from there. All right? Thank you all for your contributions. It is now time. It is time to continue. All right, everyone. Thank you. And let's begin. All right. Well, all right.